All right, you've probably already been notified that the state of Texas has updated the seller's disclosure. So let's go see what they changed. Now you want to go up here to your forms library and you can just type in seller's disclosure and it'll pull up right down here. You want to make sure that that date says September 1st, 2019 to make sure you have the correct one. You'll also see that date change up at the top here, so that's how you're going to notice. Now I'm using a form that's highlighted in red so we can see all the changes. This is not the actual form. I'll show you that at the end of this video, but everything looks pretty familiar on page 1 here. There's one thing I want to talk about is right here. This notice does not establish the items to be conveyed. So if there's something checked like a hot tub or LP on property, things like that, pool equipment, you want to make sure that that's actually in the contract to make sure your clients, if they're going to convey that over, or if you have a buyer that's looking for that. Also check down at the bottom to make sure that the date is there on these forms to make sure you have the right form. Now we scroll on down here to page 2. Everything looks very familiar until we get down here to this section where you can see that they are going to delete this part about flooding here. They're going to add in some information here about water penetration damage not due to a flood. So that's a change right there. Let's scroll on down here. Here at section 5, as you can see, there's a lot of information here, and it all has to do with flooding. You want to make sure your clients check the correct boxes there. Remember, a flood is from like a natural disaster, coming from outside the home, not like a plumbing leak or anything like that. So make sure that they know that. You want to make sure check for flood zones. Is that home partially in a flood zone? Is it all in a flood zone? 100-year floodplain. So here's some definitions that you can look over there. Also, what you want to do is go in and pull up the MLS map on that home, click on this box right up here, and you can check out the flood maps. So it'll pull up right here and you'll be able to see if that property is in a flood zone or not. Right there you can see there's the flood zone area. There's your map key down here so you can see what type of flood zone it's in. Also right here you want to make sure that your clients know if they've ever filed a claim for flood damage. Make sure you notate that in the seller's disclosure. Scroll on down here, section 12, have they ever filed a claim for damage other than flood damage? So this is any other claims that they've had on the house, roofs or actually plumbing issues or anything like that, anything they filed with the insurance company other than floods. So here is the actual form. Like I said, click in here, pull it up here, right there. Once again, make sure you've got the right form. It's going to be dated there. And there's the actual form. This is what you'll see. This is what you'll actually send to your clients to fill out. Like I said, it went from 5 pages to 6 pages. Not a big changes, all to do with flooding. Just make sure you've got that form ready to go on September 1st, 2019. Hey, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.